Alright everybody, welcome back to Vagrant story. I was mistaken, the knights do not show up yet. They will show up later. So, I did a little grinding anyway, mostly from the undead and the lizard men. Didn't get anything great except a couple of pieces of banded mail from the lizard men, which is, well, better than what we had. We had our agility goes down a bit, but our physical defense goes up quite a bit. We're still going to keep that wizard mail for a while. So all that there is to do is use that crimson key we got on this door. These are the city walls we're going to enter. We can't really get around very well in the center of the city, so we're going to use the walls to kind of skirt the outsides and poke in and out a little bit. And when you hear bells in the background, as we did there, it kind of sort of signifies a new chapter of the game. No, the game doesn't really stop and say chapter 1, blah blah blah, chapter 2, doo-da-doo. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me real quick. Window open that possibly could have made noise. I did get a second scimitar from one of the lizard men, and I combined it. An iron scimitar I got from the lizard with the bronze one that we already had, and made a steel scimitar. That's it. Couldn't do anything I wanted with the weapons I got. Oh, now we got some new armor. This actually ends up being a pretty good place to farm if you want to farm for equipment as well. Enemies respawn when you go between areas. And this is considered a different area because it's not part of the original map. So if I leave and then go immediately back, those two guys should respawn. Yep. I knew that was fast. My timing's been a little off and I don't like it. See, like that. And that was the wrong one. What do I have on that button? That's fire. Alright, fine. Quick heal, because we lost 70 hit points and our body is not blue anymore. If you want to get the absolute most out of your heals, be in battle mode and equip a staff, an intelligence weapon. You will get the absolute most out of your heals. I think we're being followed. Welcome to another new area and more new enemies. We are going to be spending a lot of time down here. Great way to start. That's what I should be using. So you know what? Let's cast a spell. We have a new spell. Headphone users, brace yourselves. This can be a little loud sometimes. So, this is our new explosion spell, and it is an area of effect spell. So we have to pick both the y-axis and the x-axis and the z-axis as to where this is going to hit. Now, this guy doesn't have multiple parts, so as long as we target him, it will work. Took a lot of magic. And you may have noticed that said level 1. Some spells we can level up. And with explosion like that, the more you level it up, the bigger the area of effect gets. Alright, 3 paths. Let's go left first. I hear it. Can I time it? Probably not. Oh, I did. And that barely hurt me. In my grinding, I got hit with one of those and it did 100-something damage. New enemy type. These guys count as human, but our axe is good enough. And generally not totally likely that they'll drop something, but occasionally they do. Usually by now I have a better sword. I'm a little upset that I don't usually stick with my beast weapon this much. Oh, the door's been locked. How he hit my legs from on top of me. One of these guys has a bow gun. The other one will try and run from you while he waits for the other guy. So take advantage of that, I say. Paralysis and risk. Do it again. I can do this all day. Jerk. Let's take advantage of that healing trick. I like that he has a completely different stance for almost all of these. Different animations. That's a little better, right? Now, put that away. Let our risk drop. Switch back to the axe. There will be some backtracking in these sections. Mostly because I never remember really which way to go. It starts to all look the same. Fantastic. Beautiful. We have 4 doors in this room. 2 at the bottom, 2 at the top. The 2 at the bottom are locked. And if I remember right, there's a trap. Yep, right there. It's not a huge difference with or without the stuff equipped, so you make the call. Whether you want to go through the time to swap equipment. This guy, I think they call him like a goblin captain. He has better weapons, better armor, better health. Goblin leader, there he is. It's just much more annoying to fight. So, the generate works really well. Of course, he does crap like that. You cannot, as far as I remember, be hit with 2 different status effects at the same time. I say that thinking I could be wrong, but I also am kind of remembering that you are able to cure some status effects other than poison with the antidote spell. Paralysis keeps you from attacking, by the way. So don't let that stick around too long. Or keeps you from chaining. I think numbness might be the one that keeps you from chaining. I don't generally let those status ailments stick around too long. So I don't remember what they all do. Nothing? That's too bad. Yep. Trap panel right in front of the treasure chest. Because the game doesn't like you. Hey, new stuff. And a sigil that will open a door down here. We'll take all of that. We did get some new equipment, so let's check some things out here. Finally got a new helmet. 2, 9, and 0, 5, 6, and -3. Our mask is actually probably better, but since we're not taking a lot of magic damage yet, we'll switch. And 2, 8, and 0 becomes 7, 7, and -3. Well, kind of the same thing. We only lose 1 point of magic defense, but gain 5 physical defense. We'll take it. And by the end of the game, we do end up with kind of a tanky kind of setup for equipment. We don't have a lot of movement, but you don't need a ton. Oh, forgot all about it. You see how much less damage we took, like 20 less, because we had a battle mode active. We were ready. A little bit of that health back. Get used to this. 2 goblins and a bat. Magnetic. You can kill an enemy with that reflect damage thing. Doesn't matter where the damage comes from. You can kill an enemy if it takes enough damage. Goblins, arms. Pretty good bet that you'll hit them. I want equipment, not items. I'm good on items, game. Lucky guy. I'll just take that back. Thanks. Now you're dead. Let that risk drop a little bit. I need to briefly apologize. I was kind of grumpy in the last video just because I literally spent like 2 hours just getting everything set up to record, and then the thing crashed. And then I got the PlayStation out, but since I can't, you have to do composite instead of component, and the PlayStation wasn't set up to display in component. Look, it's another boss. It's a wyvern, and this one doesn't have arrows stuck all over it. Our sword, our axe, excuse me, is gonna do crap all against this guy. So let's try some alternative methods. Can we degenerate him? This one we can. Yeah, way too fast. Because I was trying to open this window. Still didn't do much, right? So let's try a different weapon. We may just not have one that's good for this. Yeah, this is slightly better. We'll do the most damage attacking the body, but it's also the hardest to hit. So let's see if we can get around here and hit a leg. Great way to start. Really great way to start. Yeah, hit me. Come on. Come on. I get the timing on that better. Absolutely terrible. I did get rid of that spear because fighting the dragons, the axe just did better. Or the lizard men. You see, that's not even any better. So we will go back to the axe. Come on. No, still not gonna attack. Then we'll chip away. Okay, good, that's enough. My risk is high enough there. Don't want to risk the risk. There's a bulb. Use a bulb. Come Come on, hit me. Hit me. Dagnabbit. Sometimes, just reflecting damage is really the best way to do damage to a boss if you don't have the best loadout for it. And I don't know why he's so hard to hit. Some things it's just harder to chain. Oh, sure. Just attack right away that time. Oh my god. Fantastic. We did all of 12 damage. I don't even know. Come on. Waiting for you, man. This is the part about the game that I get behind the least, is that just, this is what battles end up being. It just ends up being a rhythm game. It's kind of like mash A to win, but do it in a kind of difficult to determine rhythm sometimes. I mean, damage can build up very quickly if you're not missing every other hit. We need to do something about this situation because our health is down less than half and our risk is maxed out. I feel like it really, there we go. It ruins the flow to just have to keep, like, stop, do this. And you can run around and try and avoid it, just let time do the job. But, it just gives them more opportunity to kill you. Come on, man. Anytime. Still no? Damn, and Christmas. That's not even one of the bad ones. there are 2 boss fights that just stick out in my head as some of the least fun things ever. Hey, we're a gladiator now. Good for us. Give me strength. Ugh. None of this is helpful. I mean, that's kind of helpful. But really, none of this is helpful. Alright. I'm going to call it here. I'm going to let my risk drop, my health fill up, all that other stuff. Next time, we'll go back and take that other door, the one on the right-hand side, and then we'll come back through here. So, see you then, folks.